Hello, Orchard Archivers. Thanks for pushing play on yet another episode of Retro Trek with the Caramel Apples podcast. I'm Kennedy Rizzo.
And I'm Cooper Lee.
This time we have quite an exciting episode for you, dear listeners. We're going to have fun engaging in a caramelicious setup discussion about the entity and shining career of early WWF alumni turned Hollywood actor, legend, and icon, Mr. T. Bring your 80s A game, caramel peeps, and let's go. Cooper, we're super stoked to be able to launch into this fascinating caramelicious discussion. And it's a wonderful piggyback off of our recent captivating throwback A-Team chat.
Oh, yeah.
It's of no secret on how much we like to discuss heartwarming throwback topics on any level. This week's consideration concerning the former WWF wrestler star turned actor Mr. T is no different, and we have a lot to unpack.
That's right. Right here in the Retro Orchard, where the nostalgia is sweeter and rarely, curiously, not about apples.
Crunch, crunch.
So all of that nostalgia feel good easily comes flooding back. But first things first. Orchard Archivers, you know the caramel drill. Subscribe.
Check.
Say hello on one or all of the socials.
Check.
And visit RetroTrekwithTheCaramelApples.com to fuel us with some support with a caffeine boost. We can't expresso how much we appreciate you.
Check, check.
So now onto our retro throwback discussion. Kennard, while we've taken the time to explore the warm memories over other nostalgic people, places, and things.
That's old school right there. I love that.
Yes, truly. And we can't argue that very fact that as avid Gen X fans, nostalgia is both a wonderful and powerful feeling. #nostalgia.
Oh, I concur, Coopadille. Nostalgia in all its essence and glory surely takes us back. And for most of us, it really does take us back to somewhat better times where we can think back and relive the memories, emotions, and experiences that make and were the building blocks of what our lives were currently.
Building blocks? Are you referring to Legos? Anything, perhaps? So, just kidding. I had to throw in some of that Lego love to help cement what we just said as warm thought in mind. So thank you.
You're welcome.
But people get real excited when they see things that remind them of their childhood because it gives them an emotional reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So this caramelicious discussion about Mr. T really brings on all the throwback feels.
It certainly does. So let's get right to it. Mr. T is a well-known actor, television personality, retired bouncer, bodyguard, and professional wrestler. I'm out of fingers now. But seriously, that's quite the resume.
Yeah, so shout out to the old school 80s WWF.
Facts, 100% Cube. But although we're very aware of his successful wrestling stint in the early days of WWF, he is best known for his role as B.A. Baracus in the 80s television series The A-Team. If you'd like to hear more about Mr. T in his ever-famous nostalgic role, check out our recent episode on the A-Team right here in the Retro Orchard. We'll link that for you in the show notes. He also played boxer Clubber Lang in the 1982 feature film Rocky III.
We remember that one well.
Yes.
Fun fact, did you know that Mr. T often refers to himself in the third person?
Hmm?
I love that.
I do too. Known a few other people in life that have done that. It's interesting.
Our cats do it.
Yeah.
Bad things.
Let's not even think about that. But now that you take a second to recall or watch anything he's done, it's quite apparent and very entertaining.
Yeah.
He also frequently talks in rhymes and cites Muhammad Ali as his childhood hero and main inspiration with regards to his own style and mannerisms.
As either bodyguard, actor, or wrestler, we see why he commanded respect as our memory of the 80s Mr. T.
Yes, and on that tip, I'd like to piggyback that and mention something of interest that was no doubt eye catching in Mr. T's personal style. It was super key, instrumental in further developing the many characters he's played in wrestling, on television, as well as in film.
Okay.
So, fun fact whenever we think of the legend persona of Mr. T, one of the most standout features he's possessed was his infamous mohawk hairstyle, affectionately known as the frohawk. Mr. T has some cojones.
Oh, yes, he does. Mr. T doesn't mess around.
No.
His presence any and everywhere was undeniable. It really was.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I never knew actually what the backstory was of his infamous hairstyle, so learning this fun fact for me was quite interesting, Coop, so thanks for that.
Yes.
It definitely added to both his mystique and intimidation factor, which was a nice touch on his part. So tell us, Coop, what you found so fascinating about this particular fun fact.
Well, I'd be glad to. It was said that while reading an article in a certain popular magazine, Mr. T first noticed and was drawn to the unusual hairstyle, for which he is known now famous for, on a Mandinka warrior.
Okay.
Yeah, so he decided that adoption of the style would be a powerful statement about his African origin. It was a simpler, safer, and much more permanent visual signature than, say, his gold chains, rings, and bracelets. But those things too help define his character and personality. Isn't it funny the different things people can be drawn to that catches our eye?
Oh, yeah.
So, way to go, you, Mr. T. You, sir, are such a pop culture inspiration.
Oh, yeah, he surely is. And one of the most recognized.
Yeah.
Now, he's very known for his distinctive hairstyle, copious amounts of gold jewelry, and his tough guy persona, along with his signature catchphrase.
I pity the fool.
There we go.
That one, yeah.
Yes. Which was first uttered as Boxer Clubber Lang in Rocky 3, then turned into a trademark used in slogans and or titles. He used it heavily in both wrestling on his unfortunate opponents and as B.A. Baracus in the A-Team. Mr. T was and still is a bad mamma jamma.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. T has also been involved in numerous commercials.
Yeah, so due to that tidbit, fun fact, you may or may not have realized that Forbes, yes, that Forbes, has described him as one of the most endearing pitchmen in business. Mr. T has described himself as, and I quote, not really an actor, I'm a reactor. I'm a pitch man, end quote. And two, as just about every Gen X kid knows, he had his own namesake Mr. T breakfast cereal that kids couldn't wait to eat as part of their complete breakfast. Ironically enough, while watching his cartoon.
And who's teaming up with a good balanced breakfast? Teaming up with Mr. T cereal. Getting on the team that knows how cool breakfast can be. You get a crispy corn taste with a touch of brown sugar. Teaming It's cool. Teaming up with Mr. T, golden sweet crispy teas.
What's the matter with you?
One bite and you're gonna be eating with the team that's teaming up with Mr. T. It's cool. Teaming up with Mr. T.
There's nothing quite like 80s nostalgia. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
on that note, we will definitely link that show in the show notes. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it really is. That was a blast from the past, wasn't it?
Yes.
We're so special. At his peak, he was earning a reported $5 million per year. That's big money for that time period.
Sure.
Now that mohawk, or shall I say frohawk,
Yes, get it right.
that's right, get it right.
What's the matter with you?
But yeah, it generated some change. Mr. T entered the world of professional wrestling in 1985. He was Hulk Hogan's tag team partner at the World Wrestling Federation's, or the WWF, WrestleMania 1, which he won.
Nice.
The late Hulk Hogan wrote in his autobiography that Mr. T saved the main event of WrestleMania 1 between them and Roddy.
No, please, no.
Rowdy Roddy Piper and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, because when he arrived, security would not let his entourage into the building. Okay, that's curious.
Okay.
Like, what was that about?
Yeah.
Moving along, it is said that Mr. T was ready to skip the show until Hulk Hogan personally talked him out of leaving. So, say what you will. I know in recent years, Hulk Hogan had gotten a bit of heat from people because that's just what the climate is now anymore.
Yeah.
Social media, age of
Yeah.
social media. So he was upsetting a lot of people, and they let him know it. But like with this example, everybody's got their bumps and kinks and everything. But like, it sounded like Hulk Hogan was being a stand-up guy in Mr. T's stead. So you gotta like him for that. I have respect for him, so I think that was cool that he stuck up for his teammate.
Yeah, I would wholeheartedly agree with you. Obviously, whatever was going down, and he could easily just stood off to the side and let it happen. But he
Right.
did what he did, so that was very, very cool. Very cool.
I agree.
It's also been reported over the years that Roddy Piper, I love saying that because it's such a tongue twister. When you make it through, you're like, yay!
I know.
Did
Time for a
it!
celebration.
But our Piper had said that he and other fellow wrestlers disliked Mr. T because he had crossed over into acting. So, being an actor, Roddy Piper accused Mr. T of having not paid his dues as a professional wrestler.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so remaining with the WWF, Mr. T became a special WWF boxer in light of his character in Rocky III. Mr. T was a part of both WrestleMania 1 and 2 in the year 85 and 86, respectively.
Oh, that's cool. All right. True, Mr. T was largely successful as part of the WWF lineup, but it's without a shadow of a doubt that he stratospherically blew up by way of acting and being an instrumental cast member of the A-Team. It's not a stretch to imagine that, no doubt, he being a huge draw and mega fan favorite.
Yeah, we touched on this fact in our A-Team episode recently, where Mr. T was arguably the breakout character of the series, which made him a cult icon worldwide.
Yes.
And telling people that he pitied a fool, was easily angered to the point of rage.
Especially at H.M. Murdoch, right?
Yes.
Let me hear you say I pity the fool. Come on, man.
That's right who he was talking to.
Yeah. And often, greets people with a growl or snarl. We joked about how he should have used this on Hannibal. Now, why would we say that?
Well, actually, we briefly mentioned how there were some wrestlers who ate, breathed, and lived the sport. So much so to the point where they took issue with Mr. T's involvement in it personally due to his crossing over into acting, and therefore brought tension to the situation. Yes, they felt a conflict of interest. Well, Mr. T also found similar tension after getting into acting, on the A-Team series specifically, due to his legendary success and performance on the show. The problem was Hannibal, played by seasoned actor George Peppard, was very envious of Mr. T's huge success and popularity as B.A. Baracus, and B.A. was receiving a lot more fan mail than any other cast member. Hence, the working relations between the two soured by around the end of the first season.
And as we stated, that is kind of catastrophic.
Yeah.
Because it's like, instead of looking at it as comparison, it's like, you guys are on the same show.
Yes.
His doing well means you're doing well. You're all doing well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know why this sparks competition. And it's that way. I mean, kind of like in the wrestling world. They were like, oh, you got your hands in too many pots. It's like, he will bring more people to this because of that. And then we all move forward.
This happens on Main Street, too.
It does. I don't know why people get so bent out of shape about other people's successes. Like it doesn't help them too. But whatever. That's a separate topic. But, that green-eyed monster strikes again.
Yes, it does. And it was all due to George Peppard being seasoned in acting and all that. He had this opinion of himself that being a veteran and legend, in his humble opinion, would trump what's happening in real time on the A-Team. Because he was the self-proclaimed star. I guess Mr. T's presence and dedication to whatever he was a part of, he gave the audience the real and raw him. And that's what fans loved. Hence, the fan mail speaking volumes no matter what Hannibal had to say on it.
Yes, indeed. The fans had spoken. And to hear more about their tense dynamic throughout the series run, go check out our A-Team episode to find out what happened. Stay tuned, Orchard Archivers.
Now, there's something else deeply connected to Mr. T that was seriously woven into the very foundation of retro pop culture. This nostalgia is especially strong for us Gen Xers and Xennials who remember fondly so much by way of pop culture. So the next Henri memory played a hugely important role for so many of us back then.
Henri, you say? You mean even honorier than B.A. Baracus? Just how many fellow peers of our generation absolutely fell in love with cool cars?
Yeah.
So nostalgia is a powerful influence. We've stated that a million times on this show. And people in retrospect think wistfully of the past. As weird as it may sound, we typically become more optimistic and inspired about the future.
Mm-hmm.
Vehicles can certainly play integral parts in both television and movies, sometimes even becoming as important as many of the human characters we've become so familiar with over the years.
That's very well stated, Koopadil. Enter stage left, the A-Team van. This iconic van used by the A-Team was actually a 1983 GMC Vandura van. It had the characteristic red stripe, black and red turbine mag wheels with its rooftop spoiler.
OMG, I'm dying right now. I can totally see it.
Can't do.
So both of our hubby hubs totally dug this enduring pop culture icon. Like, who didn't?
Right?
Children of the 80s tuned in faithfully every week for the chance to see Mr. T, of course, but also to see B.A. Baracus' red-striped GMC Vandura van in live action. You're burning rubber.
It really would be busting a move with B.A. behind the wheel. He loved his van and fiercely protected his prized van.
Totally.
No one touched the GMC Vandura or you'd be very sorry.
As Mr. G would say, I pity the fool who messes with my van.
You're absolutely insane, Cooper.
Yes.
But really, yes, I agree. You are crazy. No, I'm kidding. But really, the A-Team van was the one vehicle that made the most sense for transporting a bunch of ex-military guns, hauling weapons, equipment of various sorts for their regular action-packed adventures.
Yeah, and it was sort of like them. Covert and stuffy enough as a big black windowless van with a push bar and a dozen or so fog lamps. Fun fact, the production crew destroyed 4 vans over the span of the A-Team's 98 episodes and was left with just the 2 first unit vans and 1 second unit van by the end of the show's run.
Okay, now that is a cool fun fact. Awesome!
Yeah.
The A-Team was an amazing retro gem of a show, and the GMC Vandura van was just as much of a star on the series as were the actors, especially Mr. T. And it's also why this van is yet another one of our favorite hero cars, or van.
Uh-huh.
So, as my hubby would say, there's no cooler van than the A-Team's GMC Vandura. Check out the GMC Vandura deets on our Hero Cars Part 2 episode right here in the Retro Orchard. So what can we say about that fondness dialed up by talking about one of our favorite legendary pop 80s icons ever? Mr. T certainly played integral parts in the entertaining world of wrestling, as well as both TV and film that easily spawned keen interest in his human character. Whatever he showed up for, he put his heart and soul into it. We see why he commanded the respect he had coming to him. The 70s and 80s had no shortage of true powerhouses readily portrayed in prominent roles, and because of that, many of them hold a special place in our hearts still to this day. Mr. T is definitely one of our most influential pop culture icons, heroes going.
We pity the fool who doesn't agree.
Let me hear you say I pity the fool. Come on, man.
And that's it for this week's episode. To make sure that you never miss out on another second of our Carmelicious podcast, meet up with us on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Good Pods, Pocket Cast, or wherever you get your podcast fix. Bye for now, and thanks so much for listening.